It's just work. We're trying not to take it too seriously.
But really, it is your career and you need to take ownership of it. We got so many feedback from our last episode. People really resonated with it and they loved it. And so thank you guys for watching. We hope that you continue to like, share, and again, let us know if you like to set up want us to walk you through how to interview so you can land that offer. But today we're going to talk about something more interesting, which is salary negotiation or negotiating like a pro. Of course, as part of those conversations, it doesn't just stop at unique value proposition, for example, or other things. It's about the Benjamins, okay, what are you guys paying me here and all that. So that's what we're going to talk about today, and let's get right into it.
Awesome. So, absolutely what Bukola said. Another question, and this is like the main question, is what are your salary expectations, or what is your salary expectation? We find ourselves shying away from this question.
Yeah.
I have heard or read so many think pieces around men are more
vocal and
bold.
Yeah.
Women try to shy away from that answer, or we give open-ended answers. Women are more likely to give wider ranges, starting from something minimal, like really minimal, or women will say things like I'm flexible, or give a range and then put however I'm flexible. But this is not even a gender conversation because so we have some women who are really bold and we have some men who are also shy. So this is more like an open conversation. The point here is why you should negotiate. Not negotiating actually costs more over your career than you think. When you leave negotiation or you leave the compensation conversation to the organization, what you're doing is more or less putting your value in the hands of someone else.
Yeah, true.
You are letting other people dictate where you're valued at or what you're valued at. Listen, the thing with conversations is you might not necessarily get what you ask for, but it's sharpening your negotiation skills. And let me add, sometimes negotiation isn't just about salary.
Exactly.
I'll give you an example. Bukola, when should we shoot? Oh, maybe let's shoot on Sunday. I'm thinking Friday because there's a holiday. I don't think so. I'm busy. Okay, how about Saturday for you?
Yeah.
Okay. However, I'm busy in the evening. Okay, sure. I'll come. Let's meet at the studio or wherever. My point is, that is negotiation.
Yes.
So
absolutely.
you shying away from compensation negotiation is you shying away from building a skill.
Yeah.
Again, it does more harm than good when you don't practice the skill of negotiation. It does more harm to your career than good. So negotiate. We're going to talk about some tools and platforms that give you information regarding the market value or market range for a job role, different industries, things like that. But please do not think that you should put it in the hands of the employer. Now, when we say don't shy away from negotiation, what we're expecting you to do, and this is launching us into the next point, is we expect you to have done your research regarding the market value for that role. Now, I've talked about this, maybe not on this podcast, I think in one of my classes when I was taking compensation management, is when it comes to compensation, there's always going to be the market average for a role.
Yeah.
There is going to be companies that are paying below the market average. It's a strategy. Companies that are paying at the market rate and companies that are paying above the market rate. You will hear, are we leading the market? Are we lagging the market? Or are we at market? Right? So there are different platforms that help you understand where your role falls into, do your research. You also know what you currently earn.
Exactly.
That is a baseline for you. You also know that, okay, in my next career move, I want to do 30% over what I earn right now. So you have different touch points and different sources to help you with negotiation.
Yeah.
But let me put a pin here and just hand over to Bukola.
In fact, while you were speaking, like so many things were just coming to my mind, Dickens, and I just, many mistakes I've made earlier in my career around, you
Mm.
know, and for so many reasons why people are afraid to
Mm.
negotiate. And the top one is really so you don't lose the offer, you don't lose the
Yeah.
job.
You don't want to price
Yeah,
yourself out.
yeah, exactly. So you're like, you don't like, but it's such a you're doing yourself a whole lot of disservice by leaving it at the hands of the employer. Because again,
Mm.
everybody wants to what works for them or
Yeah.
is what they will do.
Yeah.
So if you don't talk, you're on your own. But yeah, we'll just pick like Jason was shared earlier that a couple of platforms tools, and we'll just share a couple of those that just to help you, with your research and also help you to better like negotiate. And like one major point that Dickens mentioned is about, it's not only about salaries, and we'll talk about that as well, other things that you can negotiate. By the way, Dickens, while you were speaking, I know you used to tell me before, but now I understand that thing where you said
Hey,
so.
finally.
So
Hallelujah.
while you were speaking, it was hitting on. I was like,
The
oh yeah, yeah,
boomer,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
the boomer has become a millennial.
Are
What
you
God
Gen
cannot
Z?
do does not
So
exist.
yeah, guys, I don't know how to do this. Whatever it's called, but yeah, it's eight. It's eight. It's eight. That's what we're saying.
Jesus Christi.
Oh my god! So, like you guys said, to help you with your research to understand the market range, Glassdoor is your friend, Indeed is your friend, LinkedIn is your friend.
Pay
There's
scale.
PayScale, there's PayScale and all that. But and of course,
Salary.com.
oh, Dickens, you're really a pro at this.
Ah, you know why now?
I know. Okay, so yeah, you heard from Dickens. Like there are a whole lot more of other like those tools, but don't sleep on those tools. Like
Yeah.
go and check it out. Yes, yes, of course, it won't give you the accurate. Like it will not be the exact, but it will give you an idea.
Mm-hmm.
And that's all you're looking for is an idea that you will now know how to position.
Mm-hmm.
Thankfully, in Ontario now, I don't know if it's across all of Canada, but in Ontario now, it's been legislated that employers, or is it effective in
Starting
2026?
2026, yeah.
But some employers are started doing it now. I think.
Mm-hmm.
I think in BC it's already passed into law that that you must what's it called now? Publish salaries and all of that. Because I remember, yeah, I think BC already even went ahead with that, but Ontario is going to do that as well. And you find some organizations even do it right away. Like they'll share the range,
Mm-hmm.
of what the salary is going to be alive. So again, but even if it's not provided, please go on there. And for our viewers watching from Nigeria saying that, Glassdoor, is there any information? They trust me, there's information on Glassdoor. I remember in Nigeria, some organizations I was going to, I was, interviewing with, I went on Glassdoor to check. People actually do feed,
Yeah. Yeah.
employees there do feed, like, share whatever. So don't think that, oh, Glassdoor is just for maybe outside of Nigeria.
Yeah.
In Nigeria, it also, you can get something there. So please do that.
Absolutely.
Also, one thing as well is to, if you're not able to give a range, I'm usually more comfortable giving a range.
Yeah.
Right? But I know sometimes when you're even copying the application form, it doesn't allow you to give a range. You say, give me one figure,
number.
a number. I think what I personally do is that when it gives that number, I do like maybe, so I find the mid of the range and I add like maybe 10K on top of that or 5K.
Okay.
But that's one safe thing I try to just do, like, okay, at least definitely not at the minimum range, but maybe at the max or somewhere in the middle, a little above the median range, then I can do that. But if you maybe are being asked, or maybe are even being offered, maybe you've even already gotten the offer and all that, don't accept on the first number. No, never. Don't ask for more. Always ask for more. Like, just even if that's their best, just ask for more. Don't just take it on that first offer. Ask for more. And one important thing as well is to negotiate the whole package, not just the base salary. We can't overflog this. Trust me. I've seen people negotiate tied to. Can you imagine?
Yeah.
I remember that person we were trying to hire. I said, why are you calling it? I think the role was something associate. And in the context of that organization, associate level was a higher, like it was really like almost like a manager equivalent and all that. And the person said, can we not call it, what did she say? Maybe vice president, or something, not manager, but it was something really, really like, I was like, on title that. So title is the problem. No problem. We'll work on it. I'll find something very nice and catchy for you. But can you imagine? Like, it is what matters to them. It's what matters to you. Like, negotiate everything. Negotiate. Oh, maybe it's hybrid, and they say you have to come into the office 3 times a week. Say I can only do twice a week. Negotiate that, and let it be in writing from day one. So you can negotiate even health insurance. I've had an organization where when I was giving the offer, I asked about the health insurance. They said, oh, they use a particular plan, they use a particular plan. I said, no, where I'm coming from, I cannot even go. This hospital I must be using. So whatever you guys are going to do, and they made it happen for me.
Yeah.
So it's just, you can see all the things I'm sharing, examples here and there. Like, don't just focus. Sometimes your employer may not be able to increase the base offering rather, or the base offer rather. But you feel you want to work there. These are other things you can now start doing. Like, okay, do you pay for subscriptions? Like maybe professional organizations and all of that. Maybe that's one of the things I'm going to be losing here. And they're like, okay, you know, how much is it? Okay, we'll add that, we'll pay that. Some even leave days. Honestly, this is endless, guys.
It is.
Just ask. I think that's all we're saying. Just ask, negotiate it. Don't just say, oh, they didn't give me $150,000 and that's it. I'm not doing it or whatever. Just think about something else. Maybe the wellness plan, the learning offerings, you just think about it. It could even be stock options.
I was going to say, if you're in a startup, you can ask for more stock options, employee stock options. You can ask for what's that thing we call it now?
What's that?
Like a delayed bump. So there's also performance bonuses.
Yes.
If
even sign-on bonuses.
There's sign-on bonuses, retention bonuses. If you want me to stay here for 5 years, give me a retention bonus. There are some companies that say they do an annual increase, and they tell you our annual increase is 10%. You can negotiate for 20%. I guess the meat of the matter here, the story here is companies are a lot more flexible than you think.
Yeah, absolutely.
A lot more companies are moving away from our policy, our standard, to
traditional approach, talent management.
So more people first, people everything, people centric approach. And it's not being unfair. It's just, and that's why we said you shying away from negotiation is harmful, because we live in a world now where it's the best negotiator that takes the biggest piece.
Yes.
So you can negotiate anything. Like I said, companies are more flexible than you think.
Absolutely.
Like Bukola said, for some people it's title. I don't like the manager role. I like the VP role. Yeah. So these are certain things you can ask for. They're actually called everyday wins when it comes to compensation, or should we say negotiation, compensation management, things like that. They're called everyday wins. So think of things that are very important to you. Something we see across North America is even, like pet insurance.
And that's typically not provided. They
ask for, I have, what do they call it now? Emotional support animals or pets. I need their insurance. A lot more people are asking for things like, parental leave. Extending that. Under insurance, there's even things around like, Bukola, what was that? Like
fertility coverage,
all these things. There are companies that are now providing coverage even for parents, like their PSW
caregivers. Yes. True.
So these are so many things you should ask. Just even if it's just for your information, get the information. Do you have it? Do you not have it? Another good thing about negotiating is sometimes you are putting certain important things on the front burner for HR. They might not be doing it now, but certain things they're like,
that's happened a lot. Yes. That happened a lot. Yes.
So don't shy away from it. Ask these questions. What's the worst that will happen? They'll say, we don't do it. But my point is, you've asked. You've opened up their mind to it and the possibility of it happening someday.
No, they came very spot on. Guys, we can go on and on, but I guess you get the gist, like you get what we're trying to say. Don't leave that decision in the hands of the employer and just take what you want. I get it. I know it's really tough out there. Like we said in the last video, we're not coming here to come and tell you, like, if you know Dickens and I, what is even going on, like behind this, you realize that it's hitting everybody one by one. But
Crazy.
don't out of desperation just now jump into accept something that you now like maybe 1 month down the line you are now regretting, like really regretting, just because you didn't at least make that, ask.
Mm-hmm.
At least you did not ask,
Mm-hmm.
don't do that. That's all we're trying to tell you here.
Yeah.
And again, like we said the last time, we're here to, coach, support you. So
Yeah.
if you want to take this conversation further and you want us to just, help you better strategize and make, lay out this conversation, just hit us up, send us a DM on any of our social media platforms, or send us a comment or whatever. But we can work out something that will be happy to walk this journey with you for sure. Okay, thank you guys. So again, if you like this video, please like, share, comment, subscribe, and we can wait to see you in the next video. Bye.